Yo,
Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
what's good, people? AKA Dark Skin Dudes Incorporated.
That's what we I like that. All right.
Episode 10, man. We 10 in, people. We 10 in. Y'all,
Oh, we
hope
made
y'all
it.
still with us.
Woo!
Know what I mean?
Made it to 10, okay.
Congrats.
Okay. You looking like a Crip, I'm looking like money. All right, that's
Hey,
cool.
Gillian Wallow just got 100 mil.
Oh, we trying to get that too.
Listen.
Teach us, Gillian Wallow. Teach us.
Listen.
Congratulations to them brothers, though, for real.
Yeah. Congratulations to $1 million worth of game, man.
Yeah, definitely.
What's good, though?
$100 million worth of game now, right?
$100 million worth of game. I hear that. So,
Right.
So once again, how was your week?
My week was good, man. Told you last week I was going to Colombia. So I just got back fresh from Colombia. I actually had to book an extra couple of days because it was so amazing in Colombia. And what I would say is, I've been to a lot of places. Colombia is not an island, but it's tropical, right? And it's probably one of the most advanced tropical places I've ever been. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen a place that advanced. I mean, I was working out there, and I was at a hospital, and the hospital was better than the hospitals we got in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It just moved differently. And, you know, the dollar's like 5 to 1 pesos. I went out to dinner, had like 6 steak dinners, dessert and all the good stuff with all the trimmings and all that. And, you know, I'm thinking the bill gonna be crazy. 54 American dollars.
Say what?
And you can't beat that. Then I took a plane ride on a dope plane for $60. I was in Pereira. I think that's how you say it. I don't want to mess it up. Then I went to Medellin. Oh my God. Mo. We gotta leave, bro. we gotta go, dude. We gotta go. I'm just telling you.
I already know where you're going with this.
First of all, Medellin, I would live in Pereira. Medellin?
Yeah, Medellin.
Medellin? All right, cool. Somebody told me out there was Medellin. They say that's like the 2 L's pronounced as J's. But I don't know. It's 2 L's in there. I don't even, either way, I don't hear the L's. But over there, Pereira is, to me, it's better. It's like the country. You know what I'm saying?
Mountain,
You got that Jamaica, Dominican Republic vibe. You know what I'm saying? But, and the ladies are beautiful. All shades color. And nobody looked at me crazy. I didn't know they had like black people like us that live
Yeah,
in
of course.
It's just the ignorance, right? I'm thinking Pablo Escobar. Like I never knew, like, you know, even that they got a place called Cali.
Cali, Colombia. My man.
Cali, Colombia is a lot of black
there.
people that look like us in Cali. You know what I'm saying? So that was different. But Medellin, okay, cool. Bonte said Medellin. So I went to Medellin. That shit like California on steroids. It got all these big fancy buildings all in the mountains and shit. The streets look like New York City streets. You ever been to New Orleans?
Yeah.
You know how the court is? With all the food and the bars and the restaurants?
French Quarters.
The French Quarters, they got like 3 blocks of like French Quarter type style. Go down, all the way down to 3 blocks, turn to right. It's like a block, like a half a block full of clubs. Then you turn like to the left. At the end of that, it's like game rooms and shit like that. Like, it's crazy. But when you walk into the places, the establishment, it's the 80-20 rule in there. I mean, 80% women, 20% men. And everybody wants you. Now, of course, it might be for a price, but they still want you.
They still want you, huh?
You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, you could go there with your lady and go have fun, because they have a lot of activities, a lot of things you could do there, and you could go with your boys. You know what I'm saying? So, please, we got to get...
So there's activities for the boys?
Leave it alone!
Yo.
Nah, it's activity for the... Yo,
Okay.
I put on my Instagram, I had 2 bad ones, right? 2 bad... I was like a mark. I walked in.
He said I was like a mark.
I was a mark.
They saw him
They
coming.
saw me coming. I walked in. Shorty came over to the bar. hi, how you doing? I was like, what's up? I was trying to, he said, why you look so angry? I was trying to make, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's usually what they say to me.
right? So I bought them, you know I hate buying chicks a bunch of drinks. You don't, I don't even play that shit. They had about 9 drinks on my credit card.
The drinks were $3 each.
Yeah, it was like $24. I was like, all right, cool. So she was like, yo, I want to come back to the room with you to your hotel, but it's got to be me and my friend. Turn around, her friend is a stallion, B. Her friend start rubbing on me, touching my arm, rubbing my leg. I'm like, all right, let me go to the ATM real quick.
Y'all too crazy.
I go down to the ATM, but what happened was, early in the day, somebody was telling me, you know, they had a joint for like $100 or whatever the case may be. They wanted $200 each, and I was like, man, I'm not paying no $400 for no. So I just went back to the room and just, you know, I didn't let the coochie rule me. I had to rule it. So I went back to the room and just, but I was so angry in the morning at myself. Because I had the money. I took the money out the ATM. I went back to the airport and gave them mad pesos. Get my money back. So, yo, listen, man, do yourself a favor. We got to go out the country more, the other places. I'm going to Africa in a couple of months, in different continents. We got to stop believing what we seen on TV and just get out there more, bro. Because it's just, I would have never thought Colombia was like that. We've been running around to Miami, Mexico,
but that's the
DR. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the same thing with Haiti. You know, I mean, not right now, because Haiti right now is definitely in a civil period of unrest where it's like war going on over there. But Haiti's like, believe it or not, Haiti's like one of the most beautiful islands out there.
Y'all
You know what I
never been to
mean?
Haiti.
I'm
It's
talking
nice
about.
like that?
Yeah, I got two homes in Haiti actually.
Nice.
Crystal,
Why you never invite us, bro?
because I don't want y'all going with me. No, but anyway, seriously though. But like crystal clear waters, you know what I mean? Very beautiful beaches. Just real beautiful, man. Not what you would think by what the media portrays it as. Because listen, just like in America, right? You have your poor parts and you have your better looking parts. But the problem is a lot of times, a lot of these islands and these countries, because America wants them looked at a certain way, they only show the poor parts.
Yeah,
That's all you see in the media.
Yeah, this Colombia thing was crazy, man. I've been traveling to other islands and other places, but I never knew Colombia was like this, man. I'm mad that I ain't go 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I want to let people know also while I was in Colombia, you know I was there. I was working. And the reason why, I don't really want to put it out there yet, but I'm putting it out there not because I'm working with the company or anything like that. It's only because our people don't know about what's happening in other parts of the world. So I'm working with a group of medical folks in the medical field, and they do stem cell research at a higher level than they do it in the U.S. And I was amazed, Mo. They're curing people of, well, they don't like to say cure. They like to say corrective care. So they're correcting issues. So let me take back cure. Corrective care. So people are walking away with no longer having type 1, type 2 diabetes, CPOD, Parkinson's disease, cardiovascular disease. If you had to get knee surgery or hip surgery or shoulder surgery, even dudes that paraplegic, quadriplegic are seeing great improvements. Autism, if your kid have autism, they are reversing autism. Alzheimer's. So anybody interested or wants some information, just hit me up on my DM, C Styles 911, and I'll direct you over there. And I seen it for myself. Like I went there, I knew it was true before, but when I went there and actually seen people getting treatment and hearing stories from the people that was there flying back and forth, and there's a lot of, Caucasian persuasion that come get these treatments. And us as black people, we just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to let people know that's out there. If you want any information, just DM me, C Styles 911. But let's get into the show, man. That's enough about my trip.
No doubt.
All right, I told you a couple of weeks ago, because we went ape shit in here, or I went ape shit. I ain't want to talk about no Kanye.
I was trying to have a dialogue with an irate man.
Whatever. I didn't want to talk about no Kanye, but he's just all over the news. You can't not talk about him. You know what I'm saying? And I think at this point, I'm confused. I'm confused. Like, I'm mad with Kanye, still with the White Lives Matter shirt. And people wasn't in the uproar for that and all the flagrant things he said about black people in the past. Then he said he was going to go DEFCON 3 on some Jewish people. And he was saying how the Jewish people kind of ruled the industry from music to television and a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
To media,
lawyers and all that stuff, right? Which, in some cases, that's true, right? Like, we all know that.
In some case?
In all cases, well, okay.
It's true.
It's a true statement. So I didn't know what the big uproar was for. He said he's going to go DEFCON 3. I don't really know what that means.
That just basically means that he was going to go in on them.
So, and they say it was anti-Semitic.
I don't understand how that's anti-Semitic, but...
but people took offense to it, right?
And that's left to opinion.
People took offense to it. And I'm not mad at if Jewish people felt like that was something offensive to them, offensive. Thank you. Offensive to them, and they felt that way. They have all rights to feel that way, right? I'm not mad at that. And I seen a lot of black people standing with Jewish people going in on Kanye. Which I was kind of confused with because there was a lot of people not going in on him, whether they agreed or disagreed with Kanye, with the whole White Lives Matter thing, the whole George Floyd thing, black slavery was a choice thing. And, you know, I know me and you got in a heated discussion the other day. You know, he was like, yo, why people even listen to Kanye? And I was just saying because he influential. And he was like, you know,
we give him the influence.
But I think my point was proven just a little bit because if you take us out of the equation, he must have been so powerful that they shut this man out of everything. He got to have some influence.
I don't think that's because he's so powerful. I just think that
he's influential.
It's the way that they look at us. You have to understand that
he running around saying he a billionaire.
I just feel that whenever a black person becomes successful, they look at it almost as like, yo, we did you a favor and let you in. We let you into the big house.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, how you got the nerve to be ungrateful enough to even say a word about us? You know, I just feel like they want us kept in check so much that they keep us in this box. And the second we step our toe outside that box, they sting us, bro.
So I'm gonna go.
And I think the reason they do that is their biggest fear is that one of us will have the courage, right? I compare it to like Suge Knight, right? So for the longest, everybody was afraid of Suge Knight. Then one night he gets knocked out by that barber outside the club, and all of a sudden, now everybody's like, fuck Suge Knight. Nobody's afraid no more. And I think that's what it is. It's like they have this hold. There's this fear there that they've put on us. You understand? We're no longer hung in front of other slaves and plantations. We're now hung in courtrooms. We're now hung in front of the media to put fear in every other one of us to never have the courage to ever go against them.
Well, I guess that's where I want to go because I saw Ebro on the morning show talking about, yo, he tired of black people saying why everybody flipping out because the Jewish people chose to stick together and we don't stick together. And I beg to differ for that. To me, I think every time we stick together, our fight is longer and our plight is longer. If you look at civil rights, you know how many people had to die, get hosed down, get locked up, get beat up, how many years that went? If you look at Tulsa, if you look at Black Wall Street, every time we put something together.
There's never been a time that we stuck together.
No, we stuck together through
civil
rights.
There have been groups. There's never been a time that we've stuck together as a whole.
You gotta go back to the civil rights movement.
Even with the civil rights movement,
that's how we came to this point to even have some
civil
of the
rights movement.
Privileges that we have now.
Civil rights movement. You had.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You had Martin Luther King. you had Malcolm X, you had Andrew Clayton Powell Jr., which were different sects, bro. Like they, at a point, almost right before Malcolm's death, Martin and Malcolm met up and had decided that they were going. They were thinking about joining forces.
Joining forces,
but for a long
period, fighting the same plight because you still had the Black Panthers.
But for a long,
you had a bunch of people fighting the same plight. What I'm saying to you is the difference is, I got a bunch of Jewish friends I was around this past week. Asked them about Kanye. They didn't even care. Like, we don't even care about that. I forgot who the dude was. You can look it up. Dan Monty went outside. But he went on Twitter and said, yo, he urges anybody doing business with Kanye, don't do business with
Ari Emanuel.
Right? And people started
because he's like the biggest agent in LA.
I'm gonna tell you the difference with black
people.
I
don't know if he's the one that went on Twitter. I just know that Ari Emanuel, who's like one of the biggest agents in LA. I know who Ari is.
Yeah, CAA
like that.
Bunch of people, right? So what I'm saying to you is, a lot of Jewish people I was talking to, like, we don't care about that Kanye. Like, we ain't that. It's like somebody else is like a puppet pulling the strings behind, whoever pulling the strings behind the scenes. And what I'm getting to is the difference between black people and other people. The Jewish community, I'm not even mad at them for it. Whether people agree or disagree or not,
they still stick together.
They just don't say nothing.
They're not gonna. Yes,
they don't go against it, right? They're gonna keep going.
If they got to address,
black people are mad opinionated.
We're gonna address each other in public
around everybody.
That's the issue.
That's the problem. It's not that we don't stick together. It's that we don't have a leadership, whether it was Ari Emanuel or whoever came out, and they followed that one leader, whether they agreed or disagreed. Nobody said nothing.
But that's why we're always infiltrated.
And this, yes, you're always going to be infiltrated. I told people wars are not won by somebody being better than you. It's always won by somebody being disloyal in your camp.
I always say wars are not won by luck. They're won by strategy. You understand?
So I just want to read off some of the companies I've seen here. So CAA got rid of Kanye. Def Jam left them with Drop Good Music. Who else? He was
Foot Locker.
Foot Locker, get him out of there. They had his wax figure in a museum or something like that.
Madame Tussauds.
Madame Tussauds. They got him out of here. Peloton, the company, the exercise company, dropped all his music from there.
Apple removed his playlist.
His playlist just disappeared. Spotify said they don't have the right to do that, so they didn't do it. He went from being a billionaire to 100 million.
400
yeah.
million.
Some people say 400 million, some people say 500 million.
But do you know that even Goodwill,
that's about the...
Which is crazy.
Which is
like the
crazy.
Salvation Army, that's nuts.
That's the craziest shit in the world. Bro, we got people that need clothes and shoes,
I was just
but
about
we're
to
not
say,
going to take it.
But what does that show you?
What
That shows
that's what I'm trying to
you
tell
what
you.
is the priority? Is the priority putting shoes on the feet of people who don't have shoes? No, that isn't the priority, bro. It's all about control.
And so this is making
it's a
me
control game.
But this, for me, and this is for the Ebros and, the Rosenbergs, because I watched their interviews and I love Ebro. But I got to ask a question, bro. This don't make y'all wake up? Like, they will go this hard on one person, and we've been watching, whether it's us destroying each other, whether it's in the music, that, I watched Rosenberg talked about Kanye. And like I said, if he took offense to it, then that's his right to take offense to that. But at the same time, niggas made money off of niggas' backs, B.
I'm gonna tell you what.
All the music or all the controversy and all the bullshit that happens, Kanye been doing this for a minute. And he never been shut down to this level. People are not scared to see how much power. You remember when Malcolm X, when they had that scene of Malcolm X, and he went outside and all the FOI guys was outside
the precinct.
And they was like,
and they said one man shouldn't have all that power.
That don't make people look crazy. Like, wait a minute. Not even Goodwill want to deal with this dude? Like, that don't make people like second guess and go.
But I don't know
how that also make them play their hand too.
But how doesn't that open your eyes to what's going on?
Like, it makes Kanye now, like I said, I'm confused because I was mad at him last week. But now I'm like, wait a minute. He just opened my eyes to something I never even, you knew it, but you never saw it. At least in my lifetime.
I think we've seen it many a times.
I never seen it like this.
I think that.
I've never seen it like this.
I think that what has occurred is.
What's your man name that did? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you say what you got to say. What's your man name that that had all the chicks that that was touching women, found a woman, the white guy.
Why are these people always my man? Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
But why are these people always?
Harvey Weinstein did all the egregious shit he did. Kanye did some word shit, right? He did all. You can still find Harvey Weinstein movies on Netflix,
of course,
on TV. They didn't get rid of this dude. Said that, and half of it might have sound crazy to people. And I ain't never seen nobody go this hard on one individual
but he didn't,
in a week.
But what
the banks told him to take your fucking money.
But when you think about it, in all honesty, like I told you, it's not about what Kanye said. It's about having the nerve.
He stepped out of place.
To exactly stay in your place, monkey. That's how they see it, bruh. That's how they see it. It's about you have the nerve. Like, that's all it is, man.
And like I said again. If somebody feel offended by something, they have the right to feel offended by it. But the reaction that this got, we got kids that's getting killed by cops.
No one's offended by that?
Nobody's offended by that. Nothing stopped. And I'm going to tell y'all black people right now, we have a lot of power, and our power is really in our dollar. And we can't stick together and stop, because even though they, quote unquote, giving us the money, when we stop spending money, the next time something that we don't like, that's from either their side or our side, watch how much power we have. But we got to stick together.
And I want to just say this. Our separated dollar isn't worth anything. So if 10% of us stand for this, 10% of us stand for that, 10% of us stand for this, then our money means nothing. But our unified dollar, that's what matters. So the second that all of us stand on one accord for one cause, and we move as a unit, bro, the world can't touch us, man.
Whether we like it or not. You understand what I'm saying? Our dollar do not stay in our community. We are spending on Louis Vuitton. We're spending on a bunch of other stuff instead of spending it on ourselves. We'll make it hot and don't make ourselves hot and our own stuff hot. So we just gotta, if this didn't wake you up to see how powerful, because now it makes me go, yo, Kanye was right with everything he was saying.
And I'm gonna give y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a metaphor, right? I think back to when I was growing up, right? And my block wasn't nothing to be messed with, bro. And the reason, you know why my block wasn't nothing to be messed with? It was because you couldn't come on my block, right? And you have to understand that me and the dude across the street, we could be beefing, we could be warring, right? But if somebody from elsewhere came on the block to go after dude from across the street, bruh, I'm coming after you too. Because you know why? Because me and him, although we're not on the same accord right now, we're still representing the same block.
I'm gonna tell you, when that happens all the time, Brooklyn people could relate to this. If you go out, Brooklyn and New York people relate to this. You might be warring in the hood.
Oh yeah.
But if you step
see
outside,
see each other out of town, and it pop off.
Y'all good out of town. Y'all gonna put in work out of town, and when you come back home,
right back to war.
Right back. You stay over there, I stay over here. So I totally get that. But this situation, I hope people woke up and
what I mean by that is, yo, we allow ourselves to be separated too much by our differences of opinion. We don't have to agree.
Oh, we over-opinionated. Yeah, we don't gotta agree.
We don't have to agree. All we have to understand is that we are in this together. You understand where I'm coming 100%. From? And me and you could disagree, but guess what? These other people who are trying to convince you that they want better for you could never want better for you than I will, bro. Like, that's point blank, period. 100%. Because the truth is, all they doing is manipulating you to keep control. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. You know, we need to snap out of it. We really need to snap out of it.
All right, cool.
So me and the irate man finally agree as far as something is concerned.
I know Monty's confused because he's moving the camera. I don't know what's happening over here. I don't know what's happening right now. Yeah, but we finally agree on something, man. I'm just shocked, man. But we're gonna go on to something else. So check this out. Since we in like the political miracles type shit, let's go to this real quick. So New York City, Supreme Court just said that all New York City workers who was fired from not taking the has to get back their job and also get back pay.
Back pay.
And I read the article in the Supreme Court, which is so crazy. Allegedly, I'm going to say, it's in the document, but I want to say allegedly because I want to get on no Instagram, no YouTube thing. They said that one of the reasons why they did it is because the didn't stop the spread of and it didn't stop the symptoms of from happening. So I'm like, yo, why everybody took it and why they was forcing everybody?
Then what was the purpose?
What was I'm trying to figure it out, B. So I'm not gonna get into too much on here, but that's allegedly what it said in the paperwork that I read. And I'm sitting here like, yo, you know, people really lost their jobs. People had to quit. And I don't know if they're gonna give the people who quit their job. I think it was only the people that lost their job.
Fired.
They stood in and you know, waited till they got fired or whatever. But that's crazy. And New York City's gonna have to pay a lot of money, B.
I mean, look, bro.
Back pay? How long ago that's what? Like a year ago?
Yeah, but it's not like they don't. They got the paper, regardless of whatever. You know, they're just gonna raise taxes or whatever. New York is always going to get the money. I mean, the reality of the situation is, before the government ever does without, they'll kick your door down and kill you and everybody in your family, bro. Like, it is what it is. So it's the reality. It's the reality.
I don't know about all that,
no, okay. Okay.
Like I said, it's just it's real bugged out that that everybody gotta get the. It's being appealed right now, by the way. So
I know it is.
It's not official. They trying to appeal
as
it
of yet.
But
and I don't understand why they're trying to appeal it, because what is the purpose of a that doesn't stop the transmission of the disease and it doesn't stop you from getting the disease?
Yeah, I don't want to get no stamps on the.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Allegedly, I'm just wondering
please.
what is the purpose of a that doesn't stop the transmission of whatever disease it's trying to stop, and it also doesn't stop you from getting it. It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know, but like I said, if that's true, once again, let me preface it. If that's true, I want to see if all the people that was gun ho and say, yeah, get the shot, do this, get that. If that's true, do they come out and say, yo, we were wrong?
Well, I'm not even mad at that, bro, because at the end of the day, they truly believed that was the best course, right? But the only thing that I would ask is, going forward, those same people aren't so quick to take what the government says at face value. That's all I ask.
Yeah, it's crazy. Can I ask you a question, though?
Sure.
What happened to monkeypox?
Monkeypox? What's that? What happened to monkeypox, people?
I don't know, bro.
Because it just disappeared.
It just went away. I don't know what happened to it. We was running around scared. I thought somebody was gonna have monkeypox for Halloween.
I wasn't.
Like, I didn't even see it.
Remember what? I think episode 1 you brought up monkeypox, and when you brought up monkeypox, I said monkeypox is just like the boogeyman, imaginary.
Well, okay, cool.
You remember that, Tico?
So cool. Monkeypox out there. I used to be scared of monkeypox, real shit though.
Oh man.
Until I found out you could get rid of it. I didn't think you could get rid of monkeypox for a minute. I thought it's like something you get, but it's like a grown up chicken pox. So I ain't too afraid no more.
Man, monkeypox is like the boogeyman, imaginary.
I don't know where monkeypox went, but you know what I mean. I haven't heard about it. I ain't seen nobody online with it. Nothing. So I don't know what's going on, B, but listen, be safe out there. That's
what's going on is what's always been going on, bro. What's going on behind the curtain isn't what we see happening on the stage. That's all it is.
I hear you, man. Just be careful whatever you're doing out there, man. And, protect your family and all that.
And go to Colombia.
Yes, please. Please. So I got a question for you. If you came home and found your woman in bed with another dude, what would your response be?
My response?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Like we're about to have a conversation.
I don't know what your response would be.
I think it all depends. I mean, at what stage in life am I? I mean,
whatever stage.
My reaction, me in my 40s compared. If I was in my 20s, it wouldn't have ended well at all. But me now, in my mid 40s, like, I don't got time for that, man. I don't got time for that. If I was to walk in on something like that and to see it, I'd probably just leave. I'd just be like, okay, this is what
I
you're
don't know
doing.
if I would leave.
I'm out.
I'm not leaving.
I'm
gonna
out.
tell dude he gotta leave, and I might have to deal with Shorty. Not bust upside her head, but might just pack all her shit and throw it out the window, out the door, or something like that. But I ain't got a problem with homeboy unless he start talking to me. He want to be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if you want to talk to me, like yo man,
I don't
listen. I don't give a. Just go about your business, bitch.
the man that I've matured into, bro. One of my beliefs is I'm not fighting nobody to respect me. I don't got time for it. So, Ma, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Matter of fact, I'm happy to find out sooner than later, so I can go on with my life. Like, but you know what it is too. The person that I've grown to become, yo, bro, I'm so emotionally detached from people. Like, I don't really love with my
This nigga
heart.
need therapy, B.
I don't love with my heart. Like I love with my mind. I love when it makes sense. So if you're good to me, then I'll be great to you. But the second you're not, bro, and you know this about me.
All right, let me ask you a question. Because he getting too serious over here. So let me ask you this question. If you came home and your girl was in bed with another woman, what would you do?
What do you mean? Go make myself a sandwich?
I'm joining in.
Yeah, I'm saying go. No, I'm saying I'd go make myself a sandwich.
Oh, you gonna be the sandwich?
No, I'd go to the kitchen, make myself a sandwich. You know what I mean? Take the sandwich, go into the bedroom, take a seat, and watch while I eat. And after I finish eating, I join in.
Yo, so funny. My man, it happened to him. He found his woman in bed with another woman. You know, he got mad.
Some dudes
and cried and left like.
I can understand. I mean,
he was upset, hurt.
I'm not.
Why you hurt?
Because
she could have been getting slung by a big black dick nigga in the crib.
Because
she got titties and vagina on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you care?
Number one is still a betrayal. That's number one.
I would have.
Wait.
I'd have took it like a gift.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. It's a betrayal because she never told you. And if you want me to be honest with you, if I'm the type of man that would be okay with that, then why you never told me, right? And now, see, you're thinking about a situation that's convenient to you.
Of course, I'm gonna make it convenient because I'm jumping right in.
You can't make it convenient.
I'm jumping in.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm jumping in.
What if the woman is a straight up dyke? Bull dagger with a strap
I'm not jumping in.
Okay, that's one. That's for one. And another thing you gotta.
But I'm not crying either.
No, but another thing you gotta understand too is a lot of times in those situations that other woman wants your woman, and maybe the other chick don't want you touching her. What if you walk in the room and now the other chick is like, nah, this is my woman. Like,
hold up,
you can't touch her.
Then she gotta go. It's my house. That's cool. If I can't join in, she gotta go. But I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not like if my woman was with another woman. I wouldn't care, dude. I think I'd be mad if I'd definitely be mad if it's another man, but I can't be jealous of another chick. I just wouldn't be me personally. It's just not gonna happen.
So nowhere in your mind would you wonder, okay, so why didn't you just tell me?
I would think it was a surprise.
I love your surprises.
But what if you tried to get in the bed and your girl's like, no, this is my chick. Like, what are you doing?
Then they both gotta go, B.
Okay. Then but you know
what
I'm
that, not getting
but
mad,
you know what
though.
that means? But you know what that means?
What's that mean?
That means that your acceptance of it is coming from a selfish standpoint because it's not about what she wants, it's about you benefiting in some way.
Of course. Because if she brings something home in our house, everything in our house, I'm sharing everything. She got to share it.
I hear you. I'm just saying that your acceptance of it, like when you're like, I can't be mad because it's a woman.
I won't be mad at. I won't be mad at.
Then it's coming from a selfish standpoint.
It's not no, because one thing I would care. That's not a selfish thing. It's a preference. I don't care. Wouldn't care about a woman, but if I found my woman with another man, that would make me more infuriated and more jealous.
Okay.
I'm never gonna be jealous of another woman.
So question. Okay, you'll never be jealous of another woman. So question. So what if your woman says, "Look, I'm bisexual. I want to sleep with other women, but it's not. But I'm still territorial over you, and I'm too jealous to ever see you with another woman. So I want to sleep with other women, but I don't want you joining."
I wouldn't be jealous of a woman, babe.
I'm not saying would you be okay with that?
Let me ask you a question.
I'm asking you, would you be okay?
Ask you a question.
You're not answering my question.
Because I gotta ask you.
Okay.
But it has a question that go with it.
Okay.
She's still making love to me whenever I need to make love to
Yeah,
her.
she's still sleeping with you, but she wants to sleep with other women on the side. But she doesn't want you joining in.
Listen,
Would you be okay with that?
I don't care, B. I'm not gonna be jealous of another woman, B. It's just not gonna happen, B. I'm not.
I hear you.
I'll be jealous of some other dude.
I don't think.
I just want to be.
I don't think it's about jealousy. I think it's about not letting other people infiltrate your relationship because the possibilities of what
sleeping with somebody. Maybe because I'm thinking like a dude, right? Because we talked about this. I think the last episode. If I slept with a chick and I was in a relationship and I had a woman at home, I necessarily don't even care about the other chick that I'm with. So if she's sleeping with the chick, if she's in a relationship with the chick, now my time is being taken, the attention is being taken away, the thoughtfulness and the respect factor and all that stuff is not being considered with me, then we can't be together.
I understand, but
if you said she was sleeping with the chick on the side, her girlfriend went out and they made love to each other, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't care.
Everything has a starting point.
I'm not.
All I'm saying is everything is a seed.
I'm giving you an answer, and now you building the scenario after I give. Okay, cool. You didn't like that, so now you building it.
I'm not building a scenario. All I'm telling you is, look, you're saying that you would be okay with that, but I'm just saying, look, bro, you my man, so I'm just trying to enlighten you to something, right? Everything is a seed. Everything is a possibility. It can go left. It can go right.
I hear you. Where I'm coming from? She cannot be sleeping with nobody. That could go left and that could go right.
That's absolutely
that's
correct.
How life is.
No, I'm not knocking you for your perspective. I'm just I'm just showing you a different perspective. That's all.
Like I said, that's how life is, man. I'm not getting jealous over no chick, man.
First of all, you're not supposed to get jealous over anyone. I'm not getting.
Now I would probably be a little jealous over a guy. Like, and I'm not jealous. I don't think I'm a jealous guy. But if I came home, that would hurt me to see my woman underneath some other dude.
See, that's the great thing about the way my heart operates. The second you do something against me, I no longer give a shit. Like, it's, bro, and you've seen this happen. Like, it flips like a switch, and I don't
get
care.
That, but I'm just saying, with a woman, it would make me. I would laugh. Like, even if they said I couldn't get the belt, I'm like, word, okay. Like the response.
Yeah, you wouldn't take it.
The response
you wouldn't take it personal.
Yes, it'd be a totally different response. A man would probably crush my ego, crush my heart. It'd crush me. Like, to see my woman with that in live action, yes.
And we've all seen that Instagram skit, right? Where Shorty's getting her back. We've heard it. Oh! So what if it's that going on? What if you walk in and it's that? What if you walk in and
Shorty do that to Shorty?
No.
Oh, the dude.
The dude is doing that. What if you walk in and it's
I don't
that?
know about this.
And then what if you walk in the room and then he's like, oh, and his joint drops and it touches his foot.
Yo, I might have to cut it off, man.
Hey, yo.
Whatever, my nigga. I don't know, man. See, shit like that would kill me, bro. Woo!
Listen, like I said,
you talk about another chick.
I'm emotionally detached, but even I don't know. Even me, I'd probably be like, damn, shorty. It's like that. Yo.
I would die, but check this out.
Wow, because that means you're faking all along.
Woo!
Yo, Monty, stop, Monty. Please. I don't even want to think about no shit like that.
Oh, man.
I ain't being jealous of no woman, but some nigga, oh, God. So, I was watching, what's his name? Prince Jackson talk about his dad, Michael Jackson. They were saying Harry Styles is the new king of pop. And he was like, that couldn't happen. Now,
doesn't Harry Styles make clothes or something?
I don't even know who's Harry Styles. I don't know who that is.
He's a singer?
What song he sing, Monty? Like, maybe he sings something down, I just don't know. How can he be the king of pop? Because anywhere you go on God Green Earth right now.
What kind of singer? He's a black singer, white singer, what?
White singer. But anywhere you go on God Green Earth right now, you say Michael Jackson, people gonna know Michael Jackson. I don't know who Harry Styles is. Maybe I know a song with Monty pull it up.
Maybe they hired Prince for promo.
I know in Colombia they know Michael Jackson right now.
They know Michael Jackson everywhere.
He's from the UK. He's 28 years old.
What he sing though?
Fucking, hold on, that's bullshit. I don't know.
Listen, when Monty found that out, Michael Jackson is the king of pop. I was fortunate to work with Michael Jackson. You know that?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that to me.
One time.
Time.
I don't know what that song is.
Watermelon Sugar.
I don't know what that is.
Falling. Harry's House.
You gotta play it. I don't know. Okay, cool. But what I'm saying is I got to work with Michael Jackson one time. And Michael Jackson's amazing, B. Amazing. I was in a video.
So what if you walked in and Michael Jackson was beating your chick? No, since you said Michael Jackson's amazing, I'm just saying.
Listen. Anyway, let me tell you about Michael Jackson's story. Yo. But Michael Jackson's amazing. I was doing this video, but I don't know, I had to be about 19, 18 years old. He was doing, I don't even know the name of the song, Mo. What's the name of the song? When he in the jail, they don't really,
Smooth Criminal?
care about us.
Oh, okay.
Right? Something like that, right? But I could tell you, though, they had like 100 niggas in there. Spike Lee was directing the video. This lady by the name of Winston Sinclair back then.
Okay, she used to do the casting. Fritz used to work right
Okay,
now.
cool. So she got me to, my man Theron T. Smith got me in to do the video. So I want to tell you about Michael, though. Listen. So they had this thing. Michael had to come in. He had to like jump on the table and dance and get buck wild, right? So they brought out a fake Michael Jackson, like a lookalike, to let him kind of, I guess, go through all the steps. Then Michael come in and actually do the steps. So the dude came in. Everybody's anticipating. There's 100 niggas in here. Everybody's anticipating for Michael Jackson to come in. And the guy, he does in the dance, and the guy's, you know, he's dope. Like he move like Mike, sound like Mike. He going all around the place. So Mike comes in, and he's talking to Spike, and Spike said they showed him the take what the guy had did. So, excuse me, my allergies be killing me. That's why I be coughing, y'all. So Mike looks at the take, and so he goes to Spike. So you just want me to like just jump on the table here? I'm gonna go up here, and then I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna end up over there. All right, and that's what you want me to do? And Spike is like, yeah, Mike, I just want you to go here, 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 and we're gonna end here. We're gonna end the shot right here, right? So Mike's like, okay, I got it. Yo, that music came on. Yo,
he turned to somebody else.
Yo, right? It was the most electric. This nigga energy went from 0 to 200, B. Yo, Mike jumped on it. You thought the guy that came in before Mike was good?
Mike killed it.
Mike killed it. Yo, everybody get up. Oh, Mike is going, everybody going crazy for Mike. Every time people come, because, yo, he went like a madman, B. He got on the table, he sweating, he moving, the hair going, he going, what about, like he was going crazy.
Son, you know, growing up in the hood, bro, you loved Michael Jackson.
I don't care what you said. I used to get paid to be Michael Jackson.
So did I.
Yeah, niggas used to pay me.
Like when family used to come over, they used to have the glittery sock and all of that.
Let me tell you this. And then let me tell you this part about Mike, though, right? So there's a private part when they pick like random people to go do like the jail scenes of like 8, I don't know, maybe about 10, 15 dudes. I got to get picked. So Mike, you know, I got to meet Mike, like shake his hand. First of all, Mike was pale as shit. I didn't know he was that pale. His hands was big and it's cold. But the place was cold. Maybe that's why, but he was cold. But the funniest thing, Spike asked Mike what he wanted to eat. He said he wanted some Chinese food. And I just, at that time, I couldn't think of Mike eating Chinese food. And he wanted like wings, I think, and hot sauce. And I was like, yo, at that time, you couldn't
Mike's a black man,
yo,
bro.
You couldn't fathom Mike eating no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got to work with Mike, and that was a cool experience.
R.I.P. God bless
Michael Jackson. He's always going to be the king of pop. So I don't know who's Harry Styles is. Michael Jackson is the king and always will be the king of pop. That's all I want to say.
Period.
You know what I mean? Now, but from one MJ to another MJ, Magic Johnson, I was watching him talking to Shannon Sharp, and he was saying that, you know, he will always support his son EJ for being a gay man. And, you know, I guess I'm just asking you, I know you don't have a son, and I don't have a son, but if you had a gay son, would you support him? How would you feel about that?
Well, listen, man, my child is my child, you know, and it's so funny. This is something I've been saying since I was in my late teens. I've always said that because me and my friends used to have these conversations about, you know, when we had kids, and I always said, like, bro, my kids are my kids, and if I had a son and he turned out to be gay, then he turns out to be gay, but that's my child, especially living in this world where, especially at the time when I was younger, where it's like the entire world is against you. I'm never gonna join the world against my child, bro. Like I could care less about that.
Well, this is what I would say. If I had to be totally honest, I think in the beginning of it, I would be scared as shit.
You'd be scared.
Yeah, like I wouldn't know what to do. Like especially if I'm going back to when I had my daughter when I was 24, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. But I can tell you this: I would love my kid unconditionally, through anything. Now, how to deal with that, being a heterosexual man, to kind of understand that at that time period at 24, it'd have been difficult. But I think me loving my kid through no matter what, it doesn't matter. Because I tell people all the time, you know, if God forbid, if I killed 100 people today, which I would never do.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, this nigga's crazy. But anyway, I would never do. My mother would still love me. She would hate the act that I did and be against everything that I did, but still love me because I was her child.
I hope you're not comparing being gay to killing 100 people.
No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying to you is, no, that's not what I'm comparing. What I'm saying is unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
So for me, as a father, if that was to happen to me, although at that point in period I wouldn't understand, and I would probably try to get myself as educated as possible, what to do, what to expect, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't know. But I would love my kid through it regardless of what.
But I want to make this point to you. I strongly believe that to some degree every parent loves their child, right? But how we deal with our children is what matters, because that's what communicates to them how much we love them, you know. And I think that as parents, it's always for us to make the sacrifice when it comes to our kids, and it ain't for our children to make the sacrifices. But as I got older and as I became a parent, the more that I came to kind of understand that, you know, children are individuals, man. They're little human beings. They have feelings. They have their own perspectives. And although, yeah, I strongly believe, deeply rooted in raising my children with respect, but I also believe in individuality. I also believe in children having their right to choose to a degree, right? It is not for me to choose my child's path. What I am to do as a parent is to serve as guardrails to make sure that they never veer off course. But it's for them to choose their path, and I'm just there to keep them on course so that they never go into those danger zones.
So you're saying, now we get into a whole nother topic just because you said that to me. If your child was transgender and wanted to be trans, you allow your child to be that way?
What do you mean, child?
If
my kid was
8, 9 years old.
No.
You said you allowed them to
Definitely
choose.
not. No, I said to a degree.
Okay.
I said to a degree. You know, we can have a conversation, right? We can have a conversation, and if this is what you're saying that you feel, that's fine. If this is what you want to explore, that's fine. But you're not making any permanent changes.
Until you're of age.
Until you're of age.
Okay, cool. Now, because I just think a lot of parents these days, to me, give kids too much access to make up their own mind for certain things. And you can't, and not even just in the trans space, just regular space, period.
Yeah.
And as a parent, like you said, your job is to guide that kid. So even if my child, go back to the gay thing, and my child was happened to be gay, one of the reasons I wouldn't know what to do, because back in them times, you know, we listened to Boom Bye Bye, we listening to, the community didn't accept it. You know what I'm saying? We come from a West Indian background, so that wasn't really accepted at that time. So as a young man, and I'm only speaking from a young man because at that age, I would have never knew what to do. I probably would have felt embarrassed too.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Because
that's culture.
And the
that's
culture, it was like, it was forbidden. Culture from on the West Indian side, and then when you went to church, it was forbidden. So I wouldn't know what to do. But as a parent now, as a father, I can't tell you if my daughter will fall, God forbid, I gotta be there. If she had difficulty in anything, I gotta be there. If a bully did something to her, I'm gonna let her try to fight it, but I'm gonna stand right there like, I'm right here, daddy right here. So if my son was gay, I would do the same thing.
So question, would you be able to more easily accept your daughter being gay over your son?
I think so. And it sounds crazy. I think because I'm a man, it seemed more masculine to me. Like even though I have nothing, if a person chooses to be gay, that's what they choose to be. But me as a heterosexual man, I don't know how another man could rub his face on another man, right? I can't see my beard on somebody. I don't know. They're laughing. I just don't know. I can't. Me personally, right? As a heterosexual man. So when you ask me that question, I look at it through the lens of being a man. A woman, I guess it's how we raised too. Women on women always been sexier or more appealing. Like
it's always been
they
accepted
get up,
to
they
a
go to the
degree.
bathroom together. They kiss each other. I'm never kissing you. Like I'm not.
No, you're not.
Matter of fact, I'm kissing
Like-
your cheek today. I like how you said that. But anyway, I'm never going your mode. Let's go to the bathroom.
No, you're not.
You understand what I'm saying to you? So,
That's a quick way to get punched in the face.
but you get what I'm saying? So, how to answer?
Boyz Radio.
But if I had to answer the question, I seen women be more feminine with women all the time. And back again, growing up, we fight, we different. Like we boxing, we don't do that.
Let me tell you a quick little something, right? So, my 24-year-old daughter, she's gay, right? She's been in a relationship for 5 years. And it's so crazy because when she moved in with me, when she was like 17, I remember the first time her girlfriend came over. So they on the living room couch and I walk in, they all hugged up and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, so I'm like, look, come upstairs. I need to speak to you. So she comes upstairs. And I say, let me ask you a question. I said, had you been in a relationship with a boy, do you think that it would be okay to me for you to be sitting downstairs in the living room doing what you're doing? And she was like, no, Dad. And I was like, so why do you think that it's okay because it's a female? And she was like, I didn't think about that. I said, exactly. I said, if you want equality, then you need to act accordingly because there is no difference. It's still respect. And that's the gray area thing that to me sometimes it's like, okay, this is the same, but it's not the same. It's like, no, it is. And to me, like even with my daughter being, to me, there's no difference. Like her
That's your
girlfriend,
baby.
her girlfriend is like, as if she had a boyfriend. You understand?
No, like I said, if it was my son, by the time I got to this age, not probably 10 years, as soon as I would have knew, I would never turn my back on my son. It didn't matter what he
Nah,
was.
that's not even a question.
Like I could never turn my
That's
back.
not even a question.
When Magic Johnson said he supported his son, I would have supported my son all the way to the max. Like,
Even if he was like to the extreme, like EJ.
yeah, I would still support. What am I gonna do?
Yo,
you
hey,
can't.
you know what's
change it.
you know what's so crazy? Knowing how we are, we'd probably be cracking jokes about it.
I'll be cracking some jokes.
Yeah, and
on
when
his
I say
ass.
jokes, not even on no offensive, but
No,
just lighthearted, like, hey, like
you
it
know,
is what it is. Like,
yeah, I'll be cracking jokes on this punk ass every day. But
so,
nah, that'd be my son.
so,
Nah, that's my son, baby. I
yeah,
wouldn't
so
have
like
no problem.
you having a fight party, he come down the stairs in some poom
Every-
shorts and some high heels.
My daughter wouldn't come downstairs in that.
Okay.
So I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't allow that. Yo, dude, go fix your clothes.
Okay, so he comes down in a nightgown.
If by that time everybody gonna know. So everybody knows what we gonna do.
All right, so you let him watch the fight sitting on your lap?
What's wrong with you, man?
Yo, I'm just asking a question. I'm
This
asking
this question.
No, it isn't a stupid question. I'm asking a question.
My daughter wouldn't do that.
Why not?
My daughter's not sitting on my lap watching no fight.
Some daughters would.
No, she's not. Like, no, like what kind of question is that? It's like a
He's your son.
Dumbass question, B. Like he just want to make something funny, but
What you mean?
no, man. Like what I'm saying is everybody would know by that time, so I wouldn't feel no way. Like I said, once you my baby, boy or girl,
That's it, man.
that's it. I don't.
That's it.
My job is to like, look, I'm gonna take every crack joke. I'm gonna take every punch, every throw that come. I'm gonna sit right in front of you and for everything. So it wouldn't matter to me because I would never. And my attitude, even going back to the Kanye and the Jude situation, or any situation, discrimination against anybody, I have a problem with, right? It doesn't matter if you black, white, Chinese, or indifferent. As long as you respect me, we cool. If you disrespect me, I'ma fuck you up. So I don't have a problem with none of that. I don't like a person that would go punch a gay person in the face because they get, that's the stupidest shit to me. Why would you do that?
I agree.
A person that would punch a black person or kick a Chinese person in the ass, that shit is crazy to me. Like I'm gonna intervene because that don't even make sense to do no shit like that.
But at the same time, watching us go through so much and watching everybody throw a blind eye and not give a shit.
Give a shit.
Not give a shit.
That shit's fucked up.
Not give a shit also makes me like, look, if I'm jumping to anybody's defense, it's to the defense of my people, bro. I
want to say one last thing. I don't want to get too political with it. I believe any group that is served better than another group, whether you trans, whether you LGBTQ community, whether you Jewish, white, Asian, black, if you overserved, that's just a breathing ground for racism and discrimination.
But I also
it got to be some. We have to have an equal playing field.
If you're being overserved and if you have a certain type of privilege and you don't speak up for those that don't have it, you are just as guilty.
Just as guilty, 100%.
That's what I believe.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like you living in a home and let's say you have stepbrothers, right? And your mother treats you good, but treats your stepbrothers and sisters horribly. And at the end of the day, like, and you just let it happen. You just deal with it. You never say nothing about it. Bro, I think that you're just as guilty. One last thing I wanted to say is one thing I've always said as a parent, my goal is always to be a more realistic version of the parent that I always wished that I had, right? And the reason I say more realistic version is because when I was a kid, I wanted my mother to let me run the streets 3, 4 in the morning at 14, 13 years old. I'm not doing that, you understand? But I'm always gonna be a more realistic version of the parent I always wished that I had. One thing I always tell my children is y'all biggest advantage is that I'm young enough to remember when I was your age. Right? So there's a lot of things that are important to y'all that may not be important to me, and it shouldn't be important to me because I'm at a totally different point in life, but I can think back to when I was your age and understand that just because it isn't important to me right now doesn't mean it's not valuable. You get what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. Only thing I would tell you about that, as I get older, even dealing with Sid, it's a slippery slope. Because I think we overcompensate on things that we didn't have or what we wanted to be. I think one of the reasons why I'm the father that I am because my father wasn't there 24/7 for me.
My dad wasn't there at all.
Yeah, so I made it my business to be there. That's why me and my daughter mother are still best friends to this day. That's why me and her husband are like brothers. Their son is my godson. You understand what I'm saying? Because my father never knew if I slept on the floor or I slept in the bed. You know what I'm saying to you? So for me, no man was going to come in that house or her house or their house and me and him not have a relationship. So you got to deal with my daughter every day.
Of course.
Me and you got to have a conversation and me and you got to become some type of friends because if something happens to my daughter, I'm holding you accountable because you're the man in that house. You know, even when my daughter used to be like, oh, I'm calling my dad. And I tell her, you listen, you got to respect this man's house.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying to you? But we also got to have a conversation if something is going on with him too, because I also had to make her know that I'm here for you, but you also got to respect what he say because this is his house and he paid bills over here. You know what I'm saying? So
you can never teach a child respect by allowing them to disrespect someone
anybody.
else.
So for me, overcompensating sometimes, I think these children nowadays are a little bit more lazier than we was. Yeah. A little bit more lackluster in certain things. Because we gave it to them so easily.
But
we had to fight for everything.
But I also think that comes from the fact that the truth is, and it's actually a good thing. I think every last one of us, our children grew up in better circumstances than we
definitely.
did. You understand? So being that we had we had access to more.
Yeah.
Our children have access to more, right? And being that we have access to more, you know, our children.
So it's been a couple of weeks since I've told you about some things I don't like. So I got a few things I don't like. And Mo, please feel free to throw some things in. One of the things I don't like, if I meet a young lady and I ask for your information, please do not give me your Instagram. I don't know what this is with this young generation or this. It's even people my age don't take my IG. I'm not hitting you up on your IG. I'm a grown ass man. Give me your number and we conversate. That's something I totally hate. We gotta that shit is crazy. Your IG, I don't know what that is about. Another thing I don't like. You see this right here? I'm a Galaxy user guy, right? I like Galaxy better than iPhone.
He's still living in the Stone Age.
See? This ignorant shit right here. I don't understand. The phones cost the same amount of money. Galaxy, actually Android was making parts for iPhone. I don't get it. iPhone is now changing the plug to the Galaxy plug. And everybody gonna have the same shit. Phone, we got a better camera. It's a better operating system than me because it more works like a computer. I could do more stuff. I could do Word. I could do all kind of stuff on my phone, for my phone. It's cool. We all got a phone. This is what I like. That's what you like. This girl really asked me one day, Mo.
The green bubble?
The green bubble, son.
Oh, man, she ain't talking to you.
Yo, listen. I gave her my number. We kicking and we key laughing. And she could have been playing around, right? But the playing around turned to be true. Because she gave me the number. I text her. And she went across the party. And then she texts me back. Oh, you got a green bubble? Oh, I'm not texting you no more.
And he never heard from her
And I
again.
never heard from her again. Yo, this shit is ridiculous, B. It's a phone, my nigga. It's the same amount. I paid like $1,200 for this phone. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I think I paid $1,400 to be exactly for this one. But
got him.
Yeah, got him, whatever. This is something that I don't like. You know what I mean? You know what else I don't like? When you meet a woman and she tell you, I got so many bills.
In the first week.
Then bitch pay them. And these are things Styles don't like this week. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, ladies. I'm just on your case. The next time, I got a bunch of stuff for dudes that I don't like. But those are 3 things I'm just not fucking with, B. You know what I mean? But, yo, this is another episode of Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
Episode 10.
We made it to 10. You know what I mean? So, look, man, we want to shout out to Woodsack.
Wood Steezy.
Tico,
what up, man? You see them orange and brown joints? I couldn't even get those.
Whatever,
they
man.
ain't have my size.
Whatever,
I'm
man.
tight.
He trying to take all my connects. Yo,
Man,
Monty, we out
hold
here.
on. Before we end, go sit these on my lap. They only came in women's sizes, but, you know, I was going to get a 10.5 on 11 because these right here, these is
those
flavor.
actually look like something that you would.
Yo, the leather is like, I don't know, this like a softer leather, and it's that Hermes orange with that chocolate brown.
Yeah,
like,
something that you would wear.
these right here,
What you just said that was?
Hermes.
that's that Hermes orange, bro. Yeah, that's that Hermes orange with that chocolate brown. And look, and it got, this little chocolate Jordan strap. I mean, these are women's, but
He about to make love to the shoe,
I was
bitch.
going to get like a 10.5 or 11. I'm going to find them, though.
You see him on the next episode with that.
You just might.
But yo, this is another episode of Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
Thank you for tuning in, people.
Yes.
Enough love to Woodstack for sponsoring us.
Yes.
So you know I will find these.
All right, my G.
My G.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
We out.
Out.